How do I turn this on? Oh, it's on. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see, I was finally able to set up my new camera and my microphone, so from now on you can enjoy my pretty face in the Sunday videos. That said, if you get any value out of the weekly videos, please consider subscribing to my channel, hit the like button and leave a comment below. But now let's focus on what we have in the gold market for next week. Currently we're looking at the gold USD spot market on the daily time frame. There is no need to go any higher weekly or monthly because you can clearly see the support and resistance levels on the daily chart. So since broke gold out from this consolidation area at 1680 and then 1750 was the next support and resistance level, you can see since gold broke out it hasn't stopped and we have such a bullish market, it's respecting our bullish trend line. Now, does it look familiar to you? We talked about this consolidation area for months, and if you look left, we had a consolidation back in 2020 March to May, so it was kind of a long one. And as soon as broke out from this consolidation area, it just retested with a tiny wick, and you can see on the chart, and then it boom went all the way up to 2070. And remember, the difference between this year and last year is that we didn't have any kind of inflation worries in 2020, but we have inflation worries in 2021, which I'm going to talk about later. But let's go back to the chart. You can see that the price is respecting a bullish trend line, and if we just have a look, gold is up almost 14% this year. So the year-to-date yield on gold is 14%. Now we had a 19% drop back in since December to January 2020-21, and gold regained 14% from the drop, which is insane, absolutely insane. Most of the people expected to have some kind of retracement, which I did as well. I knew that there's going to be a bullish run as soon as we broke out from this consolidation, but I wasn't expecting this kind of bullish movement. Now, what could be the reason for this bullish movement? It's really simple: inflation worries and also the increasing treasury yields. So you can see from the technical point of view, until broke doesn't break this bullish trend line, you just have to look for a small retracement and jump onto the bullish run. Because if you look back in 2020, where we didn't have any kind of inflation expectation or inflation worry or inflation pressure, gold hasn't stopped until 2070. And this year, since we have inflation worries, there's more likely that gold is going to continue this bullish run. But the things you need to look out for if you want to trade gold. Now, the next important resistance levels are marked on the chart at 1923 and 1957. So if gold goes up to this level, I would expect some kind of retracement. Now, how far gold is going to drop back? Well, I would expect to respect the bullish trend line and then continue its way to the upside. And then we're going to have a next resistance levels at 1950, 1957. And there should we have another kind of retracement back to the high of the 1923. So this is the bullish scenario. There is no point going any longer or any further to this because we have two easily identifiable resistance levels. If it breaks through, all you have to do is look for a retracement, put your Fibonacci or whatever tool you use and identify the potential support levels and then just buy. But what happens if gold breaks the bullish market structure and breaks the bullish trend line? Is the same drill as in the past couple of weeks or months when we expected some kind of retracement or pullback. All you have to do is obviously identify the resistance levels, and if gold comes down to the bullish ascending trend line, and if it breaks for any reason, and if it breaks the market structure, then we have to look out for the pullback and whether it respects the previous resistance levels, previous support levels. So the support becomes resistance. Now, if you identify that, I would expect gold to drop, to 1793, and you have the previous support resistance levels clearly marked on the chart. So once again, I would expect gold to have some kind of resistance at 1923 and 1957, but I said the same things at 1850, 1823, but gold didn't respect my opinion. But why would it? So its trade went through all of my resistance levels and smashed all of my stop losses, so I just stopped trading gold because it was so bullish. I did have some wins on last Friday because we had some inflation numbers came out, and the inflation pressure put more bullish run on gold. So I jumped onto the bandwagon. I closed about 80 or 100 pips profit. That was enough for me because I made enough profit since April 2021. So I'm still sitting in my longs. I closed most of the positions, so I have nothing to worry about. Next month is June, so we might have some kind of end of month profit realization by hedge funds and the big institutions. That's why I expect some kind of drop. So today is the 30th of May, tomorrow is 31st of May, bank holiday in the UK, but it doesn't mean that they're not going to close the portfolios or already closed the portfolios last week Friday. So when the orders are going to hit the market, because the prime brokers have to consolidate the orders, maybe they sold it from inventory, and also you have the ETF companies, for example, the SPDR Gold ETF company, which must hold physical gold because they are mandated to sell the units in the ETF exchange traded funds only if they have physical gold backing. Now, so because it's the end of the month on Monday, I would expect some kind of profit realization and portfolio rebalancing, and that's when I expect the retracement. Again, I expect the retracement back to the bullish trend line, and that's when I'm going to look for an entry point and just continue buying, because we're such in a bullish market. Even the situation in India couldn't affect the gold market. Now, India is the second biggest buyer of gold, physical gold, in the whole world, and with the pandemic situation, with the issues in India, the gold market didn't care. It just kept on buying and buying and buying. The other reason for the gold increase could be because the inflation worries. If everyone knows that the prices of gold are going to go up, what are they going to do? They're going to the shop and they buy in bulk. The same when you think that your favorite trainers or favorite laptop or whatever commodity or whatever things you buy for yourself on a regular basis that needs that required for your work, if you know that the price is going to go up of something, the normal situation or the normal answer to that is that you're going to go to the shop and you're going to buy shitloads of it, so you stock up. That's what happened in the gold market. I think most of the merchants, the jewelry makers, and all the people who buy physical gold for their job, they went to the shop or they went to the gold market and they just racked up the inventories so they can carry on working in the pandemic situation in India, and also to avoid any potential further increase of gold price. And look what happened in 2020 when the shit hit the fans, when the pandemic started. All the merchants, they started to buy gold because they knew the gold price is going to go up, because the pandemic situation, the reaction is everyone's running into gold, so the price is going to go up. Now remember that these people are in the gold business for decades, and they know exactly when the shit hits the fan, they have to stock up on gold so they can resell it at a higher price once they created all the jewelries or whatever they use. And the other thing I talked about to my team members in the weekly Sunday calls is the commodity super cycles. So all of the commodity prices are increasing around the world. Now, commodity is general as a group, so you can distinguish between precious metals, industrial metals, and also commodities as in food. But if you look at commodities in general, the Bloomberg Commodity Index is up 20% or 25% only this year. Now, if you look at the commodities as food-wise, you can see there's a good Financial Times article that summarizes how much the commodities gone up this year. You can see that coffee has increased 51%, orange juice 11%, sugar 35%, wheat 31%. So generally, it's as soon as the commodities in general increase in price, they're going to pull all the other commodities with themselves. Now, whatever commodity you look at, the price is minimum up 10 to 15%, and this is because inflation worries. And we had this slowdown in China. They stopped buying. They're one of the biggest buyers of all the commodities in the world. So as soon as they stopped buying, there was a bit of a slump, and then as soon as the economy started to reopen, they had to stack up inventories and they had to rack up the production to increase the production so they can bring in all the lost revenue because of the pandemic situation. So currently what we see right now is the commodity super cycle. Everything is going up, guys. So I wouldn't surprise if gold just straight goes to the previous all-time high of 2070. Now it seems a bit far away. It's only $150, so it's not that much. And I would be, surprised, or I'm curious to see what's going to happen in the next coming weeks. But currently it's really bullish, guys. So all you have to do now in this bull market is wait for retracement and just jump onto the buying bandwagon. So that was the weekly gold analysis this week. If you haven't checked out my website, make sure you go to alphafx.hu, where you can read my price action ebook and learn about the courses and mentoring, as well as the gold scalping course, which we're going to add with the team members some new indicator-based strategies. It's really exciting. Many of the team members made really good profits. It was one of the strategies introduced by UJ, who's a good team member. And this is why I love the AlphaFX team, because we have so many good members. We're sharing knowledge and information, and in general, all of us is making really nice profits at the end of the week. So this is what's important. Surround yourself with people who share the same interests. So if you're interested to join the AlphaFX Academy and get unlimited lifetime access to the Telegram groups and the analysis, which I post almost daily, just make sure you check out the courses and mentoring. There will be a 50% discount next week, but don't tell it to anyone. So this was the weekly analysis, guys, on the gold market. If you enjoyed or get any value out of my videos, please consider subscribing, hit the like button and comment in the video below. This is the AlphaFX.